Let's do a show. Let's do a show. It's showtime. It's yo time. Cause it's not Notion, it's Yotion. That's what we're building this week, and for probably more weeks. In order to avoid trademark infringement, I've decided not to use the term Notion for the app that we're building right now on Salesforce. So we'll call it Yotion instead, because you can't do that on Salesforce. Starts with a Y, and I don't know, Y is a cool letter, so let's start our app's name with Y, but leave the rest of it the same. So now it's called Yotion, and that's cool because it says yo at the start. So there you go. There's my branding genius for all of you. No charge. I'm Tom. You probably know that already. And welcome all of you to the magical, mystical world of you can't do that on Salesforce. Although currently it's you can't show anything because your screen is full of too many things, but not on Salesforce. Background music provided by our definitely not sponsored friends over at Soundstripe, because it's royalty free and I don't want to get in trouble with that either. Let's get our stuff open. Where did I put it? Aha. All right, I think we're almost ready. Grand unveiling. Ta-da! Let us also put the focus on so you don't have to read my children's text messages for the entire show. Last week, we got through some stuff. We built some data model. We built a read-only view of our content. Totally had to sort of bolt it together, but we got some stuff. What's going on over here? 1 second. I'm a little low volume today. Thanks, Reese. I appreciate you joining so that I have an assistant producer on the outside to let me know what's going on. Hopefully that's a little better. I turn it up a little bit. Not too much. Chat window. All right, let's pick up where we left off here. Yeah, let me know if anything else sounds off or you can't hear or too loud, too quiet. All right. Let us pick up where we left off. Let's go look at some content. Ooh, did we actually make... This is the content app. This is not what we want. Did I make an app? I don't think I did. Probably didn't make an app because I was afraid what to call it. Well, let's see. Maybe now's the time. Formerly known as TNN, totally not Notion. Let's go ahead and change that. Actually, let's pull that. I didn't realize we... Actually, before I pull it, let's change it so that the metadata doesn't go crazy. There we go. Yotion. It's totally not Notion. There we go. I do not have an assistant, Reese. No. I just appreciate that you tuned in and let me know that things were a little too quiet. No, it's a one-man show over here, but by the power of modern technology, that's how you can do it now. All right, did I save this? Yes. Okay, let's pull that application. Uh-oh. Oops, yeah. You can't retrieve what you don't have. Custom application. There you are. Gotcha. Got you now. Yeah, we don't have much in here. Let's gather up our metadata before we wish we had it later. Let's see if I can get our diagram up again too. Oh, where did I put that? Let's see. There it is. There it is. Oh boy, except we gotta log back in. LastPass is tracking an advanced phishing campaign, is what it's telling me. That's good to know. Be safe out there, kids. The internet's a dangerous place. All right, now we're back. We did this last week. Well, this is kind of like, this is an example of what I was trying to think through, but this is where we're at right now. Let's see, we got page block. Let's see, what does this all mean? A page is just like a container, and it doesn't do much. It just holds blocks. Now, a block is where the content actually lives, whatever that may be. Content, words, images, headers, all that fun stuff. I think we started working with headers and just plain text. So those are blocks, but a block doesn't join a page until you tell it to. So we have a junction here between block and page block. This is probably a little more than what Notion actually does, because I think once you put a block on a page, it only lives on that page. So just to keep it interesting, I asked myself last week, should you be able to put a block on multiple pages? And we'll see. Maybe the answer is yes. That's what it can do now. We have types of blocks, which again, like a header, text, image, that kind of thing. We need to know what kind of block we're building so that we can ultimately show the user, hey, here's what you're going to fill out when you make a block, because we know the type. We talked about having blocks inside of blocks. So Now, opposite the thought of, hey, we can put multiple blocks on a page, the other feature I'm thinking is if you have some sort of hierarchy in your blocks, or you have a block that contains other blocks, those would all ride together. So if I put this block on 3 or 4 different pages, it would these other two would ride along with it. So we'll see. Just messing around. That's what Friday late mornings / lunchtime / early afternoons are all about. I made really bad coffee this morning. Yikes. Okay, so there's that. And I think we've got all that in here. Did we grab any of these objects yet? I grabbed block and block type. Let's make sure we get our page and our page block. We want those. We do not want to lose the metadata or we will be sad. What else did we have? Block type? Oh, I think that's it. Page, block type. Page, block, block type. That's page, block, page, block type. It's 4. Okay, we got 4. That's it so far. And I don't know why I'm in like 2 different tabs here. This is kind of weird. Let's do this. I have like death by Google profile going on here. That's a little better. Now they're all together. Plus, I think there's a ton of stuff here that we were looking at last week, including Notion. Notion calendar, what? Oh my goodness. I'll turn that on later. We're not going to build that feature anytime soon. Yeah, I want to look at that. That's beautifully designed calendar. Okay, so this isn't super duper new. Cron is now a Notion calendar. Manage, organize, and prioritize your time. I'm so late to the game. Well, that's cool. Tool is wild, man. I'm sure ours will never be that sophisticated, but hey, let's have some fun. All right, I think that's all. You know what? No, I better get those page layouts. Don't lose the layouts. Oof, CPQ. That's diving into the deep end. I've never touched CPQ. Well, I guess Red Argyle has built some CPQ stuff in the past, but like super lightweight compared to the standard tool. It just seems like it gets so complex so fast. That's what I've heard from people, and again, that's like super limited knowledge. Do we need these? I have a feeling we're gonna need these. What is page record page? Not sure what that is. I'm gonna download it, but I don't know if we need it. What are you? There's a flow. Oh wait, this is for. That's really weird the way that's named. This is the custom layout for content or page. This is custom. Oh no, it's not weird because it's called page. It's weird. I picked such a generic word that's so different than Salesforce normal. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've even seen it before. We've just stayed away from it. And not, nothing against the tool. We just haven't had any skill set on our team that I really haven't got enough projects that kind of made it worth getting good at CPQ. We got enough work to do. I guess that's a great problem to have. Okay, this makes sense now. This is the record page for the page object. And here's our pages. I should probably put these, let's put these tabs in the app that we just created. The Yotion app. I also need to create a permission set for that. Actually, they're in there already. Okay. Excuse me. Never mind, because here I am in Yotion. Duh. There it is. We're good. Here's our page. Ooh, excuse me. Very exciting content here. So that is comprised of 4 blocks on this page. Can we... Let's tweak this page layout a little bit. There's some stuff going on here I don't think we need. For now. Notes and attachments is curious. Maybe we can just use that for... we could probably use that. We can probably upload files related to content. I'm sorry. Related to blocks. But I wanted to... Oh, these are all... this is not a... Let's do singles here. Did that work? Did I do that right? Yes, we want page blocks here. Can we put the content out here? I'd love to be able to see. See some of that. Page blocks, content. Can we get the type? Can we get the block type out here? Yes. Yes. Okay. And then I wouldn't have related. Well, I'm not going to have related files and attachments at the page level for now. That could change. That could be easily swayed. How's this look? Okay, cool. So in this case, we have, show me notifications. Great. Just 4 blocks. Oh, do we have sequence? I think we have sequence. We have to have sequence or these things aren't going to know where they need to show up. Yes, we do. There's also a parent situation, so let's throw that out there too. I guess these login tabs are not needed anymore. Probably even these other 2 are donezo. Clean up a little bit. Okay, so right. The block let's see, page block 4, which is the child one here. As an experiment, I made a child of heading 3. Now, at the page block level, though, if our rule is blocks live together and blocks can be reused across pages, which again I'm still on the fence about, but let's assume that's our jam. This probably shouldn't be here because it doesn't need to be represented on the page. Let's see. If that's the case, then heading 3 needs to be responsible for rendering its children, which is more complicated than, and I don't think complicated in a bad way, just something we need to consider. This is kind of these ones ride together now because heading is a parent of these. So this would probably go away because it's now heading 3's responsibility to show its children to the page, which is going to get a little... We're going to quickly fall outside the bounds of flow here. I built this really quick just so we could see okay, yeah, that's working. But I think we actually need, I think we're gonna need some LWC. We already have some LWC. Let's be honest. And actually, wait a minute. Did I build a flow and just throw the, I just build this stuff, guys. I don't know how it actually works. Let's see. Which of these are we actually using? TNN page output. And what are the other two? Because I think I just built some stuff to... What the heck is F1? It's not active, so I'm guessing these other ones are not. Let's just get rid of these. I don't think I'm doing anything. Goodbye. Goodbye, metadata. Okay, so this is the one we're actually using. And if I remember right, this is just housing another... This is housing an LWC, I think. Nope, I'm wrong. It's not doing that. It's just we're doing the old slap a bunch of text together and make it work thing. We started page editor. We started block editor. So that's where we ended up. I want to put that on a page just so we can start seeing it in action. I thought I must have put it out on F1, that page, or that flow. But let's put this on the... Let's enable this LWC. Not that one. Let's enable this LWC for a record page. I did enable it for flow screen, and I did have some parameters going back and forth, but I don't think we're using any. We're going to use that in the long term. So target record page for now. This may just become its own app unto itself. Get our name straight. So we can remove the page access. Yeah, I think this is only valid for that object. Oh wait, no, this is for property setting. Can you limit the target? No, you can only, oh no. Yeah, we're good. We don't need a property. We just want to tell it this is the objects you're allowed to be used on. That should be good. Oh wait, was I having the saving issue before? I think I turned off the deployment feature. Well, let's edit this page and we'll put that component out here, and hopefully I think I have debugging on. Not much to show for it right now. Is it rendering anything right now? I don't think it is. Oh, well, no, we're getting not much here at the page. Ah, because we were getting the content before from the flow. So now we gotta do that ourselves. Let's see. We got some GraphQL going on here. For laziness sake, I'm going to pull this stuff up to the page editor. Page blocks, yeah. Trying to get good at this GraphQL thing because it seems like it's the way to go. I do not pretend to be an expert at it. Okay, we need to get blocks. And that's going to be the page ID. Let's see, select block where page equals stuff order by, oh wait, no, we're getting page blocks. We want page blocks with their related blocks. Order by sequence, yep. Return Can I nest my way through this? Can I get the child blocks from here? I'm sure the answer is yes. Let's see. LWC GraphQL child records. Yes. Okay. Now we also need a if we're going to do this parent-child block thing, we're going to need a sequence on those as well, right? Do we have that now? Block. Yes. This is also going to imply that if you are a child block, you do not get to get picked for, or do you? I mean, you could, Right? We could certainly take a child block and put it into another page, because it's just a page block relationship, so that could work. Then the other question is, all right, so how much hierarchy can you put in your blocks? Notion says as many as you want. I don't know if we want to do the same thing. Really, the parenting is just more about establishing a relationship between blocks, which maybe that's the maybe we need a block object that lets you know, hey, these blocks are that's a terrible name for an object, but I just might use it. This block is related to these this other block, and they're in this sequence. We don't have to go there yet. Okay, so this is what a child relationship looks like. And where do you put that? This syntax is absolutely befuddling for me. I think we called that children. I should check. Now I can do some filtering inside of that, because I would love to have those come back. Create a query, see the query parameter. Like a little more detail on that. If I do a child query, can I sort that? Oh no, don't generate docs. Oh, thank you. And what's total count? And what's has next page? That must be the paging that kicks in here. Paginate your results. Query, aggregate. I just want to know what can go in here. There's an order by. So how do I do order by in a child? So I gotta believe I can do this in the children. Order by sequence. Sending. Open, close, like that. I think I just need the content back, right? So do I need to pass that total count thing? Paginate. Total count. Does that mean it just gives me them back? If I ask for that, does it send me that data? It must be it. I see. So it's asking. Okay, so you say, give me total count and give me the page info for paging purposes. I see. And then it just gives you a key to use for pagination, which we're cursor. Okay. All right, so we're not going to worry about pagination right now. I just want to get everything back, and it's not like there's going to be a ton of content. Oh, does VS Code still recognize when you're making a mistake? It doesn't. At least not in this LWC world. It's like just one big string. But I think you're right. There's probably I haven't looked around for a plugin for that, because I could use a little wizard for all of this to tell me how to do this, because it's just no, stop generating. Why do I keep pushing that? It's a lot of markup or a lot of structure. And I already feel like there's something missing here. So why is, what don't we have in place? But yeah, it's because it's all just one big string. It doesn't seem to help you or give you help along the way. Like, I'm literally going to have to count. I'm gonna have to count the, like, I feel like I missed a close bracket in here somewhere. Well, we'll find out. It'll yell at me if it's wrong. All right, so we're gonna wire this up. I think the only, this is going to be page ID, and that's going to be our page. Oops. Page blocks. This will eventually be this. Content version. Oh, I stole this from something else. So we got to look at these results. I think even on the block editor, I was not done. Yeah, that's just remnant from a copy paste. So yeah, we'll just need to get those back. But we need to get the page. We need to get the page details back first, which I think we can just wire to the. In this case, we could just wire it to the page that we're on, or I can just pass it as a parameter. So where I want to expose that parameter to the page. Actually, we don't need to do that. We can get the LWC can get us the current record. Yeah, we just need record ID. You can't get the whole record though, right? But then I can turn around and query it with a wiring statement, I think. Does it require? Oh, it's just API enabled. Okay. And then let's get a record. wonder how this will respond. Because it needs to wire this first. So I wonder if it's gonna... Will it wait until these are populated? Because... let's wait and see. Let's see, that's our record ID fields. I just want like ID and name. This. We get our record, and then we need to... No toast. I feel like I could do a wire. Can you do a wired record or a get record with a async? Okay, so we can't. I like this structure, though. This is a nice... I don't do a lot of wiring. You don't need to do this stuff, though. All right, so if we've got our data back, then what does that object look like? That returns a record. I think we'll just keep record as our set page equal to record. It has that, you know, funky fields detail in it, or data structure in it. I think I have flattened that in other cases. It's been a minute since I've been in LWC. I used to crank through this stuff, but oh, but our screen froze. Hello, I'm back. I don't think we have to do it this way. We can just do account.data. The field that we want to show. But that should get us that record. Now, again, I don't know if this will then wire after or react to this by way of the $sign in here, or is that just how it references its variables? We'll see. Let's render something on the page here too. That's going to be my dog is being chased by a bumblebee. Poor guy. Yes. I feel like there's a lot of short-term memory associated with the platform. I think partly because we just thrash around it so much that, you know, sometimes you gotta re-remember. Can't be expected to have everything up here the whole time. I mean, maybe yeah, if you're building LWCs all day long, that's one thing. If you're building flows all day long, you know, you got your secret brain stash for that, but there's so much platform, it's hard to keep up. Yeah, set your own scope. Yeah, probably better to be, you know, you don't want to be too deep in one thing, but better to be good at some stuff than be meh at a lot of stuff. Did I make this error? Maybe, no, I don't think I did. All right, so page.data.name. Let's just get something to show up here. Don't worry about this page blocks thing for now. Make sure we're wired. Data loading machine. Which is no small task either. Especially when that stuff gets complicated. It's one thing to data load one object. It's another thing to data load a whole set of objects with relationships between them. I think I can put this on the page now. Or did I already? Maybe I did already. Yes, I did. Not much there. Let's get Mr. Inspector out. Are we debugging? Yes, we are debugging. But I don't think this is the... Not that file, the other file. Is this the more debuggable one? Yes. Wait, is it? Where are you? Maybe I need to do a refresh on this. Yeah, I'm not actually seeing... I'm seeing the wiring in here. Just the graph... Oh wait, am I in the page editor or the block editor? Never mind. Just kidding. That's the wrong file again, though. There we go. Sheesh. No. Nope, that's... Tom, would you quit clicking on the wrong thing? Sheesh. This is not right either. Where? What is going on? It's not in here, right? No. Yeah, I don't have anything in this file. Where is the debug file? It seems like it should be this one. But no, there's what? Did I like not save it? Maybe I didn't save it. Okay. This is why it's not working. Validation error of field undefined. Heh. Validation error of type field. Content. Oh, because PageBlock doesn't have content. No, it has. Right, because we're querying PageBlock. That's not what we. That's not what we want. We need to query into the relationship of yeah, we want to query. We need to query up into the content or the block that is related to this, and then we don't need this children's stuff yet. So I don't think I can go like in one direction and the other. Yeah, the debugging stuff wasn't there for either of them because I didn't save it successfully. I have some weird issue that if I have the save in Visual Studio or the deploy work automatically with the save, it just like flakes out. So I have to right click and hit deploy, which is fine, but then I got these errors, which are totally valid errors. I just wasn't paying attention. All right, so we need, from the page block, we need the block. And then we want the name. And let's get the content in there. That should help. The children we will need eventually, but not yet. I'm going to drop that over in another file because it'll probably come back up again. Now, does this make it happy? Oops. Nope. Oh, wait, I don't have to give these types. Block R. Definitely taking some getting used to. There's got to be some kind of like SOQL to GraphQL. GraphQL? That doesn't come roll off the tongue very well. There's got to be something. If there isn't, I'm going to build it. Probably not very well. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Not really the drawing board. Back to our page. It seems like this deployed now. Yep. Okay, perfect. We got an error. Something is happening. It's probably in my wire, because I don't think I am actually passing any fields to this right now. So let's check this out. Let's see, error cannot read properties of undefined. That's probably in our page. Yeah, let's just comment all this out. Fields is not defined. Yes, correct. A wealth of errors. Because we didn't define any fields yet. Forget to do that. We just need what? What does it really want? Is it happy with just us sending it the names of the fields? Yeah. Just cares about this. This is a page. Let's just give it the name. Bring the title. And I guess we can bring the parent too. We don't have anything going on with that right now, but we will. We'll try to turn that deploy on save thing back on to see if it is happy here. Okay, so we should have some fields now. Data is undefined. Okay. Neat. Do I need to tell it? I forget. When I set up the page, do I need to tell it that why are we getting nothing back though? Oh, do I need to tell the component that, yo, I'm gonna pass you the page details, or I want you to pass the object? I thought that just happened. Yeah. Fail again. It's fine. Stop it. No, we shouldn't have to do anything. Well, let me see. Record ID. I guess let's make sure we're getting that. I shouldn't have to do anything else but this. Yeah, that's all we should need. Let's just log our Record ID is undefined. What? Why is that? Oh, wait. All right, let's see. If it wires the first time and can't find it, does it come back and wire it again? All right, it does come back the second time. That shouldn't be happening, right? So with that there, do we actually get some data back? Okay, there's our object. But why does it ask for it twice? Like, I don't know why it would do that when it's undefined. I've never seen that before. It should be reactive, right? It should only fire when that value is actually populated. Do I have to default it to null? I wonder. I don't think that's the case. I didn't have to do that. I didn't see that in the setting or in the example. LWC get record. Maybe there's some magic mojo we need to do with Word using this. I could just wire it, right? Just be really... Yep, this is just nothing special there. We could roll this back. We can make this super simple, right? I'm also going to just pull this out for a second, too. All right, let's wire that to page. Man, this is like basic stuff. You're doing tons of this. Why is this being such a problem? Yeah, we're just wiring it to our object. I'll throw this in. Not that it matters, but at least it'll kick it out for us if it actually exists. Maybe my references are just wrong too. This is silly. This should... we should be past this. I'm probably staring right at the problem and just not seeing it. I probably need to stringify that output. I am just, this is silly. Put it on the right page, right? Like, because there's some other hocus pocus that doesn't get much simpler than this. Are we having fun yet? It's not that. I mean, seriously, it doesn't get much simpler than this. What on earth is going on? Just bring me back the name. Where's that error coming from? Where are we referencing name? I mean, that's the only field that's coming back. We have our record ID. We're not even doing the function anymore. I'm just like throwing it at a property kind of blindly right now. Does this all get records? Yeah, this is multiple records. That's what we want. Well, let's put a condition around it, because maybe that's like, maybe that's what's causing the short circuit here. See you, Reese. Sorry, we left on a head scratcher. Okay, well, we got something back. Is it still running it twice, though? I mean, I can deal with that later, but... Oh, and of course we've got to do the thing dot value thing. So this should actually show something now. I saw a different question out here that also was curious. Can you call, how do you call a wired from an event handler? I don't think the answer is you don't. It just, it would react, right? But why does record twice, let's see. Firing twice. Wire methods will always fire twice. The first provides no data but ensures that you won't have an undefined variable at the top. The second time it fires is immediately after it receives data. Okay. Been doing this stuff for 4 or 5 years and never realized that was a thing. Today I learned, finally. Okay, so yay, we're back in business. Well, that was fun, friends. I don't need this wired record stuff. I'm just going to wire it right to the page record and be fairly confident that that's going to work. I don't think we have to do any other mojo to it either. Meanwhile, back here in our so now I want to console.log this, but ultimately I want to just examine what it's doing, what it gives us. Let's just pop these both at the top. So again, this is a wiring, so we could... I mean, I think we need to do this. I don't think I can just wire the results to... I suppose I could, but we want to get some more detail out of this. We want to get down to the... the stuff here. The actual data. Let's not do anything in the conditions yet. Just want to see what it outputs. Now that we're back in business, okay. Okay, refresh you. What does this look like? What now? Are we back to the previous issue here or what? I feel like we might be. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, where's our data? Undefined again. What? What? Is there something wrong with this that just needs to... Well, no, those are probably the undefines for... Okay, well, there it is. All right. Oh, wait, that's the... All right, so where is my... Guys, I just want the data back. Just show me the stupid data. Just show me my... Didn't I JSONify that? No, I didn't. Well, despite me not doing that, we are getting somewhere here. Oh no, we're not getting that yet. Is it capital V? I don't know. What? All right, well, let's just try a capital V. I don't think that's right, but... It got data back. Oh. Page.data.id, or do you actually get ID back at the top, at the higher level? I am like so spun around here right now. I do not understand why Just nothing's working. I expect these to both be blank because... Okay, cool, thanks. What just happened? And then we don't... Did I just close the console window? Apparently. All right, some stuff just came through. But this is the query back, which is, or the, yeah, this is the, all right, let's comment this out again. Is there a conflict when, like, running two of these together? Like, can I not wire... Can I not wire this along with this? Man. So we have data here. We're about to output it. Oh, wait. What? Maybe I'm just not... Am I just not deploying? Is that what's going on? Can we turn this stupid feature back on and have it actually work? Let's find out. Pusher to play on save. Let's see if it... Okay, now it's working. Well, at least that saves my sanity from not pushing something. What? Is rendered callback the wrong timing to... I expect if I do this, it's going to be undefined, right? All right, you know what? Just don't render anything on here. Dot fields dot name dot value. Lovely. All right. Now that said, is this still gonna like bungle up the other wiring or start failing because of that? It's showing content. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. That's what I would usually do, is just take the fields. Well, go through the fields, loop through the fields from the data, and then just put them in a plain old, grab the values and put them in a plain old object so you don't have to do the whole display value thing. But here we are. So now let's bring back the wire for the GraphQL query. See if these two can play together. Very well could just been my mess that I created. So there should be nothing back here, right? Cannot read undefined reading edges. Okay, well, that's fine. I should at least have some. Should at least have some data in here. Okay, so UI API query. Let's just look at this. What are we after here? Query page block edges. There's a block. There's a block. There's a block. There's a block. Okay. Okay. So that worked. We're just referencing the wrong thing. Page block, right? Then these are the edges at the top. Can I just keep going with the in the query? Well, first things first. So page block comes back. These are the edges. Each of these records. These are the page block records that have the blocks within them. And then the content therein. So can I reference children here? I guess that's the question, right? We might have to make a rule that's like, hey, you can't have more than 3 layers deep of children or something. But anyway, we have what we want to produce then is the, I want to reach through here and actually get the blocks, I think, because then I want to pass those off to the next component, the block editor, to do, so it can do work. So let's gather up the blocks. I'm going to get the blocks, not to be confused with the page blocks. Edges dot for each. There's another thing I can never remember the syntax of. We can just do an inline function here, right? What are we grabbing out of here? Blocks should really be an array. Make that an array. And then we'll drop each of these into that array. It's node block R. Yep. Okay. So that should get the blocks that we can then pass off to basically build that list or loop through that list. Content, yep, name, content. Okay, cool. So we got that array out. So then back over here, we can pass well, first of all, we got to move some stuff around so we don't end up in the pit of despair that we had earlier. So only do that if that stuff exists, and then only do this if blocks exists or has a value. Where's blocks? We actually do need to return the ID for that query. I took it for granted that it was just going to come back with it. No, we did. Was it at a different level in the... Oh, wait, it was with the block, not at the top level. Here. Can I do this? See how much trouble I get into doing this. I was trying to find any way possible to make this like just easier to read. Okay, so now we'll get the ID back. So we can finish this. We're going to use the block ID. Again, very interesting to me that when I do get record, we have the whole like data, fields, name, value thing that we have to do. But when I get this back, I don't have any of that. Which makes me wonder, should I actually just wire to the... can I just wire to the... to get all the data back, get the page and its blocks and its content and the children from one GraphQL statement instead of doing the get records call? That's probably worth a wonder. Because why bother do get records or get record then? You just have to see if it's reactive or not. Is it safe to say that these two always need to live on the same like level as well? All right, before I do that, let's make sure this is actually working. So that's going to be capital ID. And why not? Let's put the block name out here. Oh, wait, this is going to be block. Yeah, is it going to be block dot? Block dot name dot value. Block dot ID dot value. I don't know. Let's see. Just a couple different flavors there, which I don't know, it's curious. Nope. Yeah, okay, last published version ID is up on the other one. Now this is not right, but we put a bunch of content editors in here for each of the blocks. I definitely don't want to do it this way. Like a minimal text editor, is that such a thing? Content editable for sure. Oh, there's some good stuff in here. It seems to be possible to write a lightweight code editor in under 50 lines of vanilla JavaScript, but for a more featureful production code mirror. This is a code editor, right? So I don't even need that. I just need like a text editor. Let's see, there's an example somewhere I think I saw at the top here. Oh. Oh. Like that. see what else is out there. Editor.js. Oh. Well, well. Would you look at that? Free and open source. Show me a demo. What does it take to run? It's pretty cool. And looks very Notion-y. For sure. I just want to play with demo. Oh my goodness, staring me right in the face. Now this is also interesting. Look at it, the blocks concept here. Click to tune. Can I move these up and down too? Convert. That's pretty cool. Looks like heading 1 and 2 are basically the same. Nope, just kidding. Can I move them? Or can I just tune them? Okay, I can't move them around. That's okay. Now what does this look like when it's... Each block is provided via a plugin. It's easy to create your own. Man, this is cool. I want to use this. I mean, I could still have the blocks Notion, right? Notion. I can't move them. Can I do anything here? Oh, move up, move down. Doot. Doot. Okay. Doot. And I wonder, let's see, can you, when you configure an editor to run, what does that look like? I also wonder if we could like limit what, you know, because I still want to play around with this like blocks as data or blocks as records thing, just to, I don't know, see where it goes. Can I provide custom configuration? I guess the question is, can I tell it to show or not show certain features? Inline toolbar order. That's the inline toolbar. Oh, but that's the only toolbar, right? Passing save data. Callbacks. Menu config? Okay. Defining block menu, block tunes, menu items. There must be a way to man, this is really powerful. This is really pretty wild. Pass tools class or setting object for each tool you want to use. It's right there, Tom. It's staring you right in the face. I guess it's just figuring out what this is. Like, what is that object? Pass tools class or settings object for each tool you want to use. Editor config. All right, there's tools in here. Tool constructible or tool settings. Let's see if we can find header somewhere. Okay. All right, well they're in here. I see. Okay. So can you get the entirety of install editor, install the tools you need, initialize editor's instance. See the awesome editor.js list. This is amazing. There's so much here. It's a little overwhelming, but take my bitcoins, please. This is wild. I want to use this. I still feel intimidated by it. I just want to download all of it. And then, man, I don't think I have ever used a third-party library in LWC. So what do we have to do for that? We have to put them in static resources. That's fine. Let's see. So here's them using D3. So we import. What is .data? Resource loader. This is load script, which I assume is in the, yeah, it's in the D3. So we have to load all these, I assume, whichever ones we want to use. And where does initialize get called? It's rendered callback, go get the stuff, initialize the thing. Which somewhere at the, yeah, so it needs to find. We put that on the page, finds that. It's got to be a DOM man. Okay. All right. This is, and then the rest of it is stuff. So this code loads a JavaScript library without a CSS file. This code loads multiple files in parallel. So we could take all of our, basically all of the tools that we want to use, download those. It looks like we would have to do that, right? So let's go look at heading. Mm-hmm. Okay. MIT license, we're happy with that. All right. This is super neat. I want to play with it. I want to get a drink to take a break here because I got to clear my head from the disaster mess that was trying to figure out that other thing. That was silly, huh? Yeah. And then maybe we'll come back and see if we can do anything with this. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Maybe we'll put some music back on too. Didn't dig that playlist. There's a lot of singing. Not there's anything wrong with singing, but just not on the show. We just need instrumental background music. So we'll find some of that in a second too. But hold tight, and we'll be back in 5. 5. 5 sounds good. Be right back. Okie dokie. Let's get back to it. We got 45 minutes. We can make some things happen. So can't make my screen work, I guess. There we go. Editor.js. I think that's pretty cool, and I definitely want to use it. And I'm just wondering, let's go back to our page and see what do we got going on here. Oh, I did want to see if I can query. Let's see. I should put the block ID out here so we know which is which. Yeah, can we do that real quick? Yeah. Block name. That should be good. Okay, this should hopefully make this a little clearer. Let's see. This block is the parent of that block. So, can we query that out? Children? Is that what it's called, I think? I have to check that. I don't know. Let's see. Was that the right relationship name? C block. We're gonna need the block type details too. What would that be? Parent? Oh, it's just blocks. Okay. Block connection. Maybe not. This is the format here. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to okay, so we might need edges there. Edges node. Okay. Maybe that's why. Maybe that works. Okay. So this allows us to get the, I should be able to, ultimately we should be able to say, hey, get the page blocks, get the block details for each of those, and then get the children. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. Then I wonder, okay, can I get grandchildren from here? Right? Can I do this? Let's find out. Yeah. Huh. Could definitely get carried away with that, but we could also say, hey, don't no more than 2 or 3 levels of hierarchy with blocks. And there's probably a reasonable depth anyway for that. Does this actually work? Do I not have my... Did I break it? I must have broke it. Maybe it doesn't like that second level of depth. Or maybe it doesn't like the syntax that I'm using. Could be. Take these blocks out again one more time and just see if that was the problem. So was it just a syntax thing though? So let's put that back in. Yeah, it doesn't like that. That's interesting. So we can't, I guess, we can't get... We can't get... We're getting page blocks with related blocks, which we can traverse that, but we can't go back up from the looks of it. Otherwise, if we could, this would work. Yeah, it's not a query, so... Okay, well, we got to take it out. That's fine for now. I'll do some more investigation there, see if we can... It'd be awesome to get, like, bunch of stuff out in one shot, but this might not be possible. So this is getting the child blocks. Are we outputting the results of that? I just want to look at the... So ID just comes back as its own. It doesn't have the value thing going on. Okay. I don't know if technically we don't really need to get the child blocks yet. I mean, we certainly can. Let's move this up. Let's see what this looks like. It's gonna look similar, but bury this for a second because we don't want the... There you go. Guess we could just return this too, right? Housekeeping. Okay. See how this does. Now the kicker is we are doing like multiple calls out to get that data for each of these. It's also hard to tell where we're coming from. I should probably put some... Yeah, let's put like the... let's put a note in here of what each one of these is trying to do. This is... retrieve, let's see, got children for... Okay, let's try that. Maybe we can also turn down this. Okay. Can't read block dot name. What? This has definitely been a... Oh, for goodness sake. Can I just like click on one of these and say like, never show this again? Oh, I'd love to do that, but what, where do my, yeah, see, my stuff comes from prod debug. Blech. I'd love to just filter these out. I don't think I can. So let's make sure block is here too. Oops. Oops. The issue is outputting this right here, right? But why? Why on earth? Okay, so was I trying to do data here? No. This dot block dot name dot value. What's the problem? Anywho, yeah, so this one, block 5? We should return parent for those. We do that, let's see, we do that in the block editor, right? Do I have to give that a value, or does it just take that as a ID? It'll yell at me if it doesn't work. Okay, so now we can get the parent I think I can traverse up from here. I just can't get grandchildren or do like deep descendant references. All right, let's run this again, see if we can. What is going on, dude? Property or method through an error but during value provisioning. Sounds really important. It's really weird. I don't know. I mean, whatever the case may be, we're gonna just render it all out anyway. All right, what's this look like now? So no children for block 5. Block 1, block 2, no children. Block 3, children. Yep, okay, that makes sense. So we would do the same thing that we did on the page editor. To build the children over here. The only difference is, let's see, this dot children. I'll do this up above, but we'll get rid of it there. So this is actually this is query block, and then for each of those, push I think we're just pushing node, right? Yeah. Anything else in this one? Let's say else here. Let's keep outputting that for a minute. And we'll log these errors here. And that's at the page level. I'll do the same on the block level. Oh wait, did I just edit the page level? No, we're good. Grab that else from the other page here. Something trying to call me. That's fun. From which browser window is it coming? Y'all can probably hear that, huh? Let's turn that off. Oh, I think it just stopped. Maybe I just had to do that. Sorry about that. That was fun. Okay, so now we should have children populated. And oh wait, that's going to be actually this stuff. Can we just call it blocks? I mean, right? A block has blocks. Okay, and then we can pass the blocks to this. This is content.value. Yeah. Use the block as the key. Block dot name dot value. And then just block. All right, so then we've got hierarchy or recursion built in here. Let's see. I am getting, oh, I'm getting that back because I added it as a child here. Or I added that here, yeah. So if we refresh this now, we should have one less. We shouldn't have a duplicate. Yep. Okay. Frozen face. Oh, I'm gonna figure out why it does this someday. Gotta get back in there. Cool. All right, so page, block. Okay, so now my thinking here, we've got these. This is way cooler. We can drop this in each of these sections instead of the standard layout or the standard editor. And I mean, we can also use it for the page title. We can use it for other stuff. I assume that you could even just use it without any options, right? And then just say, this is what this is going to be. Maybe? Ah! level. Attache, something like that. Okay, so then, oops. So then, I guess the first step is like, let's download some stuff here. Is the same page? I think so. If I can just grab it from... Where did it go? Here we go. So if I can just get it from the... Just download it from the CDN. Is this everything? Or do not use SRI with dynamically generated files? All right, so I could grab this, right? And I can put, I could make a, start making a folder. In fact, can we just do that in, oops, what did I just do? Oh, yeah, I'm not saving the file, I'm just making the file. Okay. Are we just linking back to ourselves here? It looks like, yeah. So we need to create from that a, we need to make a zip file. All right, so there's editor.js.zip, and then we're going to come in here, and we're going to make a static resource. Okay, so now we have that. So then third-party JavaScript. We need some stuff, right? We're going to need that in our block editor. And then I think it said, where was it? Where'd it go? Here. No. Oh, yep. Well, we know we're gonna need that. We need something in the page for it to. Did I just see that? I'm not paying attention. Where did I miss that? These are the same page. This is the same page. Yeah. Okay, so let's download the heading. Grab this. I don't know if there's much of a difference, but so that's header. I think that's going to work. Then we have to rezip, right? And then back over here, static resource. Should be able to upload a new version. So now we have, at least we have header in there. I don't know if we're even going to get that far to loading it, but okay. For any given third-party tool, we have to import the library. I remember this being a lot of fun to figure out the path. Okay, header.js. We need these. Oops. Load the library and call its functions in a then method. When do we call that? Rendered callback. Okay. Okay, so we want to have like an initialization situation here. Okay, and then we'll initialize it, which is where we do So we'll do that async. On the, let's see, back over to this front. I'm going to call this editor JS underscore resource, just so it's not, maybe it should be resource underscore editor JS. So if we have other ones, we can follow the same format. These are both load scripts. Probably don't need handle change. We're not really doing anything with that right now. Okay, so let's go back over to here. Now we have to figure out what does it mean to initialize an editor. So we probably want a let's load these first from the looks of it. Yeah. All right, so that stops, that is the short circuit. And then we want to move all this up. So load all the stuff. And then I think initializing is, looks pretty minimal over here. And then whatever that tool stuff looks like, I think there was an example here. Oh wait. So it's just header, header. Okay. So we could probably drive this from the type of, from our block type. Eventually. I don't think we need this. Let's see. I feel like a big drum roll is needed. I have no idea how this is going to work. So this is in the block editor, right? Did we get everything in there? We don't really need load style. I don't think there's any style associated with this. I'm sure there's ways to set it, to change the settings. But now the only bugger here is this is going to load for every single component that we have out there, which is maybe not the best. So it could come down to where we just have one editor, and when it saves, we capture what the saving is and build our blocks from there. And then if we could, we might have to make our own, maybe make our own component that says let you pick a block, right? So select a block, and then we could do something with that. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I mostly just want to see if this even works at all. So let's empty our cache. Okay, so nothing happened. Let's go to block editor. Are you the debuggable one? Let's just debug. What does resource editor JS look like? Okay, so resource slash, okay. So then those should be right at the root. Unless did I spell that wrong? Editor.js.js and header.js. Yeah, it's not even debugging in that file. So let's go back over to this flavor. All right, we do have to wrap here in a second, but let's see if we can get lucky here. Not found. Oh, those are local. All right, I'm gonna guess that, well, nope. might be wrapped up in there somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, wait, here's a resource. Header is probably harder to search for. Yeah. All right, well, so not exactly the grand finale I was hoping for, but this tool is very promising, the editor.js tool, and we might be able to do some stuff with it. And yeah, we'll pick up there. I guess I have to figure out how to get these scripts to load, because it doesn't seem like the debugger ever gets past the awaiting of those, and this should be a lot faster anyway. So here we are, top of the hour, top of 2 o'clock, and I've been turned off apparently for some period of time, for who knows why. So y'all haven't had to stare at my face. That's okay. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry about the middle there. That was really frustrating. But we got it. So our next mission is to figure out how to get editor.js working in this whole thing, and then decide how we want to use it. Is it just like one editor to rule them all, or do we want to do something different? If we do something different, we might not be able to do that parent-child relationship, but that might be okay too. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging out. See you next week. I'm Tom. You can't do that on Salesforce.